Welcome to Not My Reality. What killed Bruce Lee? Most of us have heard of Bruce Lee, the martial artist, the movie star from the 70s, and his untimely death. But many do not know why he died. And after the death of his son Brandon on the set of the Crow 2 movie, theories have gone absolutely wild. Like it was the triad gangs or the Chinese government that killed Bruce Lee for teaching kung fu to the Americans. That sounds like fun, but there's no real evidence to point to this being true. But there are several theories out there that do make sense and could have led to the death of Bruce Lee. We're going to take a look at the 4 leading theories medical and martial arts experts have proposed after his shocking death 50 years ago in July 1973. Now, fluid buildup on the brain was given as the official cause when Bruce Lee died in 1973, but there's always been doubt as to what exactly killed the martial artist. As it's a parody. If you don't have a sense of humor, go. Welcome. Is this my reality? Is this your reality? The first theory is cannabis use. Yep, old Mary Jane, the devil's lettuce, Puff, the magic dragon. When Lee died in 1973, he was just 32 years old. At the time, doctors at Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Hong Kong attributed his death to cerebral edema, brain swelling. The condition, which is life-threatening, is the body's way of reacting to trauma, a stroke, or infection. Now, traces of cannabis were found in Lee's stomach and small intestine when he died, according to a Post article dated September 19, 1973. As a result, some Hong Kong doctors believe that the brain swelling could have been brought on by ingesting marijuana. Lee had previously been diagnosed with cerebral edema on May 10th, just 2 months before his death, after he collapsed at a film studio and was in critical condition, according to Post articles from July 22nd and September 21st, 1973. At the time, Lee had been dubbing the film Enter the Dragon. The actor had ingested some hash. Hey, not judging. He fainted in the bathroom though, and later vomited and fainted again before he was taken to the hospital. I don't know if hash does that. Once at the hospital, he was treated by neurosurgeon Peter Wu, who believed that cannabis use was a potential factor in Lee's brain swelling. However, this was and remains speculation. There's no causal link or no link whatsoever has ever been documented between cannabis use and the cerebral edema. So, let's go on to number 2. Support the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and check that you're really subscribed, because sometimes YouTube likes to unsubscribe people that are subscribed, so just make sure you're subscribed. The second theory is hypersensitivity to aspirin or meprobamate. Shortly before he died, he was in actress Betty Ting Pei's home on Beacon Hill Road in Kowloon, Hong Kong, and he complained of a bad headache. Oh, he had smoked some marijuana, Mary Jane, the devil's lettuce, Puff the magic. Okay. And Ting then gave Lee an quadgesic pill, which contains meprobamate and aspirin to relieve his pain. He then laid down to rest, but Ting was unable to revive Lee in the morning. Leading pathologist Robert Donald Trary, who was a professor of forensic medicine at the University of London at the time, proposed that it was a hypersensitivity to the aspirin or the meprobamate in the drug, or a combination of two, that led to the cerebral edema. This theory was corroborated by Ray Richard Lysette, a pathologist at Queen Elizabeth Hospital, who performed the post-mortem on Lee, according to the Post articles from September 23. But as with the cannabis theory, aspirin or meprobamate could not be definitively confirmed as a cause of death because neither are known to cause brain swelling. Ting also noticed that Lee had taken these pills previously many times. So let's get on to the next one. This one's got some merit. Number 3 reason could be heat stroke. In his biography, Bruce Lee: A Life, author Matthew Polly posited another theory: heat stroke, for why Lee died. Yeah, heat stroke. In the 2 months before his death, Lee had lost 15% of his body weight because of overwork. And the guy only weighed 119 pounds. Jesus. The actor also, get this, he had his sweat glands removed from his armpits a few months earlier to avoid having sweaty armpits on screen. I don't think that's necessary, dude. So his body's ability to dissipate heat would have been much lower than a typical person. On May 10th, when Lee collapsed while dubbing Enter the Dragon, the air conditioning in the dubbing room had been turned off to avoid the sound issues with the recording. At the time, the actor, he exhibited high temperature, weakness, vomiting, loss of consciousness, and more, all symptoms consistent with heat stroke. Polly believes that Lee's second collapse could have happened as a result of similar circumstances. And overheating could have been the cause of the headache that Lee mentioned having on the day of his death. That's pretty interesting right there. Let's see what the fourth one is. This is number 4, the final and probably the most popular theory. Did Bruce Lee die from drinking too much water? What? Yeah, did he die from drinking too much water? In December 2022, a study published in the Clinical Kidney Journal claimed that the real cause of Lee's death could have been hyponatremia, which occurs when there is a low concentration of sodium in the blood. The study's researchers, a group of doctors from the Autonomous University in Madrid in Spain, claimed that Lee may have drunk too much water, which could have led to low levels of sodium in his blood and meant that he was unable to excrete enough water to maintain water homeostasis, that balance we all need. He died. Lee's lifestyle had put him at risk for hyponatremia. He had chronic fluid intake by virtue of his alcohol and juice-based diet. He smoked marijuana. I'm not going to do it. And he also managed to damage his kidneys previously. We hypothesize, quote, that Bruce Lee died from a specific form of kidney dysfunction, the inability to excrete enough water to maintain water homeostasis, the researchers wrote. This may lead to hyponatremia, cerebral edema, and death within hours if excess water intake is not matched by water excretion in the urine. Given that hyponatremia is frequent and is found in up to 40% of hospitalized persons, it may cause death due to excessive water ingestion, even in young, healthy people. There is a need for a wider dissemination of the concept that, excessive water can kill you. Is that what happened to Bruce Lee? Was Bruce Lee killed by the Chinese mafia? No, he wasn't. Was he taken out by the CIA, ninjas, Jackie Chan? Nope. It seems that the early demise of one of the most popular stars of his time, Bruce Lee, it could have been avoided. All the 4 reasons that are out there for his death, they're all preventable. What I'm trying to say is, be careful out there. Don't take anything for granted. You never know if today is the day you win the unlucky lottery. Leave a comment down below. Which one of the 4 do you pick? Hey, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go put on Enter the Dragon. You wanna come by? I'll see you at the place.
Oh,